Hello guys, you're welcome to my channel again. This is a home of fashion where I do teach how to cut and sew varieties of tie. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you step by step to how to cut and sew this princess that bustier ruffle gown with half shoulder in a very easy way. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button now so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first person to catch it. Alright guys, this is the fabric I will be using for this tutorial. If you're interested in this, let's dive into it. I have about 6 yards of fabric here, though I'll not be using all the 6 yards, so I'm just going to open it up this way. So I'll be starting from the ruffle side. The total length I need for my ruffle is 15 inches, but I measure 16 inches because this person wants the ruffle to be very full. So I'm taking that 16 inches straight down to the end of the whole 6 yard of the fabric. So I have folded my fabric just this way. So I'll measure the 16 inches now. So I'm just going to cut it out like this. So I'll be setting this aside for now. So guys, I'll be cutting the down part of it now. I just fold my fabric like this. This is the front part. So the total length I need is still 15 inches, but I measure 17. So I'm going to take my waist measurement. Now the waist measurement is 32. When you divide 32 by 4, you get 8 plus 1 inch that allowance plus 2 inch seam allowance. Then I locate my hip line here. So my hip is 42 divided by 4 to give you 10.5. So 10.5 plus 2 inches allowance. Then for this downside, I'm going to measure 9 inches plus 2 inches allowance, same allowance. So now I'm just going to connect all this mark together like this. Fold it down here like this. So now I'm just going to cut it out. So I'll be folding up that fabric to cut the back piece of this downside. This tutorial is very detailed. Just keep calm and let's do this together. So I left about 2 inches here for my zipper allowance. So I'm just going to trace it out like this. So now that I'm done cutting, I'm going to set this aside. So now you remember it's only one sleeve that is going to be. So I'm folding this now for my sleeve. This person wants long sleeve, not 3/4. So I'm just going to fold it. So the total length of the sleeve I need is 23. So I need my armhole is going to be 9, but I measure 11. Then my round sleeve is 15. I measure at 9 inches. So I'm just going to connect like this. So I'll continue taking my round sleeve measurements and connect together. So guys, at this down here I need 12 inches, but I measure 8. So for this downside I need 4.5, which is 9 inches, but I measure 6. So that is to be in a safer side. So I'm just going to cut it out like this. So I'm just going to set this aside also. So now to the main body, to the main upper body, the round box is 40. When you divide 40 into 2, you have 20. So I'm going to measure 20 into 2 now. 20 into 2. So I fold my cloth like this. That's 7 inches of fold. Then if you open, that is total of 14 inches. So I'm just going to cut it out. So that extra 14 inches that I added is going to serve as my cutting allowance, seam allowance, and excess allowance. So guys, I'm just going to merge it together like this. So I'm still going to fold it again to trim away the savage. I don't always like the savage to be showing on my dress after making it. So now I need the total length of this upper body to be 16 inches, but I'm measuring 18 inches because of the front part of it. Because by the time I'm done sewing the front part of it, it's going to bounce back at that 16. Please on the back and trim it out. So I'm going to set one aside, then I'll use one to cut the front part first. So I fold it like this. Now I'll be taking my nipple to nipple measurement first. So my nipple to nipple measurement is 8. So it's on fold. I'm taking for 4 inches. I'll take it straight down. Just going to use my ruler to connect the dotted line together. From here now, I'm going to locate my nipple point from shoulder to my nipple point. So I make that line to serve as a guide for me. So from my shoulder to my nipple point is 10.5. So I'm going to mark through the line. So I'm still going to locate from my shoulder to my round under bust, which is 14.5 inches. I'm going to make a line like this. So I'm going to measure my chest line at 6.5. So I'm going to connect the line like this. So now I'll be taking my chest measurement. The chest measurement is 14. So measure at 7.5. Then I connect back to my chest line. That's my initial armhole. So now I'm going to come down from the shoulder by around 5 inches. From there, I'm going to connect straight to my nipple point just like this. Then from there, I'll curve down to my round under bust. I came in by 2.5 inches. Then I'll come straight. This person is very busty. If the person is not that busty, 2 inches is okay. So I came out by half inches at the both side here so that it will not be puffing up after joining. So from here now, I'm going to create my initial neckline. Remember, it's a half, it's one side shoulder, and the other side is half, and it's a slant one. So I'm going to use this one now as our initial neckline. So I'm just going to cut everything out like this. So now that I'm done cutting, I'm going to place it on the back piece. This is the center front. Then I'm going to make a mark for my back neck line also. So I'm just going to cut it like this. Don't really need this, so I'll trim it out. So I'm not cutting the armhole now. It's after the joining I'll be cutting that. So I'll go ahead now and cut the lining just exactly the way I cut everything. Then I'll show you the next thing we're going to be doing. Alright guys, I'm done cutting the lining. This is for the sleeve and this for the skirts, for the front part and the back piece, everything. So I'm just going to set aside all those ones, and I'll carry my wadding. This wadding is medium. It's not that soft and it's not that hard. I think it's the perfect one for this type of work. So I placed it like this. I'm just going to trim it out this way. So So I'll curve it like this. This curving of this downside is totally an optional. If you like, you can leave it straight. And I place this side on it like this to cut for the side piece. So I'm still going to curve it like this. This is to make it look round after we might have formed it. So it has a glue side. I'm going to set the glue side on the wrong part of the fabric. So like this. So I'll use hot iron now to gum it with the fabric, and I'll come and show you the next thing to do. Alright guys, I'm done. As you can see, I've already gummed it with the main fabric. So now I'll be showing you how I'm going to be using the lining to turn everything. This is the sleeve. So I'm going to stitch it round like this. Then I'll turn it and top stitch on it. Then I'll join the back piece, the lining of the front piece. So I'm going to join everything like this. So this down part now, I'm going to place the lining on it like this also. Sew it round. Then I'll turn and top stitch as well. So I'll go ahead now and go and do all these things. Then I'll take you to my machine to show you how I'll be joining the bustier. Alright guys, I'm done joining everything as I said. As you can see, this is the down part of it. So I'm just going to mark the center front of this down part like this. Then I'll measure 4 inches from there for my dart. So this is how I'm going to hold it down. Go down by around 5 inches. So guys, let me take you to my machine to show you how I'll be joining the bustier. Alright, now we are on our machine now. As you can see, this is how I'm going to be joining it. Some of you used to complain that I don't show you how to join it, so please, I'm sorry for that. Watch this now. We're going to place it on each other like this. You come straight. Once you reach that side, you cut your hand. You need a little force here to get it right so that the edge can be equal, as you can see. So at this point, you're going to notch and still notch the upper side. So as simple as this, just as you need a little force to control it. So this is the second side now. Just going to be controlling it with force for you to get it right. So going to notch again. If you have excess, you can trim it away. Then you open iron. That is all. So I'll take it to my table so that I can see it very well. So you can see how beautiful it came out. Just as simple as this. So guys, do you see it very well now? Do you see how beautiful this came out? Even without bra, you can wear this. So now I'm just going to take my armhole measurements. I need 9, but I have 10 here, which is very okay. So I make a mark there. This side is going to carry the sleeve. So I confirm my chest measurement. So from this other side of shoulder, I'm going to come out like this. I'll curve my hand and come straight like this. Just watch me to see how I'll be doing this. So I'm going to cut this out, then I'll come also to this side and cut it out like this. So now that I'm done doing this, I'm just going to merge it together to get my accurate length. So this is to avoid zip purging after sewing. Then I'm going to take away the extra 2 inches that I added that time. Remember, it's 16 inches I need, so I'm going to take away because the front is now shorter because of the curve. So now I'm going to join the back, then I'll place the front on it just like this to trace out the back neckline also, just like this. So I'll come here to trace out the armhole also. As you can see, the around this armhole here, the back side is a little bit wider than the front side. That is because our shoulder is always wider than the chest. So I'll be using this paper gum for the front side so that to make it strong and stable well. So now guys, I've already cut the lining, I've shipped the lining to my main fabric. So I'll go ahead now and use the lining to turn it and I'll turn it. So this is the dart for the downside. I've already hold it. So for this back side, I'm going to be closing it from 5 inches away because I want it to have a little slit. So now I'll go ahead now and go and turn it. I'll come and show you the next thing to do. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm done. So I'm just going to hold my zipper allowance down like this. Let's assume I have already hold it down like this. Then I'll place the front part on it. So I'll shape it out. Then I'll add the sleeve just like this. So I'll go ahead and do that and then come and show you how it look. So guys, this is what I have. Our dress is gradually coming out. So for this downside now, I'm just going to shape it down with my measurement like this. Then I'll come and show you how I'll be joining it together with the upper part. So I'm done and I've opened the zipper allowance. Then I make a notch at the center front. Then I'm going to make a notch at the center front of this upper body also. Then I'll place it on each other like this, right side facing the right side. Then I'll stitch it through. I'll stitch it to this side also. I'll go and do that now and come and show you. So guys, this is it. This is what I have. So as you can see, I started from the dart line, then I make a curve. Then from this side also I make my curve line like this. Some people will cut it out, but I'm not going to cut this one. So I take a measurement of my chalk to know how long the ruffle is going to be. So I have about 54 inches here. So I'm going to take my ruffle now. I'll adjust this to that 54 inches that I have there. So watch me carefully to see how I'm going to be doing this. So I'm going to start from where I started my marking from the center part of this ruffle. So I'm going to be using my office pin to pin it down. So I'll continue straightening it to pin it down, following my chalk. So after I'm pinning it down, this is what I have. As you can see how beautiful this really came out. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to take it to my machine So I'll take it to my machine and secure it gently, carefully. So that is all. The dress is ready. So guys, I'm done. As you can see, our beautiful dress is ready. As you can see how beautiful and neat, and this is so beautiful. Alright guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button now so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first person to catch it. Alright, please guys, like, share and comment. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.